Welcome back to another video. So with today, I want to talk about hate and how, you can kind of tackle going through hate and reading hate comments, and how do you kind of handle the situations, when you're dropshipping, or even when you just do a YouTube video and, you'll be getting a lot of hate comments for no reason. People just hating just because they prey on your downfall, right? And how do you tackle these comments, and what do you do in those situations? How do you make sure it doesn't get to your head and make you want to quit? Like, I know for me, when I was a beginner doing dropshipping, I tried to use a lot of controversies, right, in my dropshipping videos. And the one thing with controversies is that at the same time you also get a lot of hate because you're triggering people within the niche. And so because of that, a lot of people will start commenting really, really rude things. And, sometimes you'll read it, and then sometimes, especially in the beginning, it'll kind of get to you, and maybe sometimes even make you want to quit dropshipping. And so this is something that I think I never realized when I did dropshipping myself, was that how much hate comment you can actually get. Like, it felt like for me in the very beginning, those hate comments, even though they weren't directed to me because, they didn't really know who I was, right? Like, when I was doing dropshipping and I was doing a product video, people who were writing hate comments, they didn't know who I was. And so they were hating on some person, right? But they have no idea who that person even is. And so it was pretty crazy, right? And sometimes it would just hit, and it would hit you in the heart, and, they'll say some really, really rude and fucked up things and make you kind of question everything. And for dropshippers, I think this is another test for you, right? To see if you can actually do it, right? If you can actually go through and, not think about these hate comments. And it's just another trial for you in dropshipping, right? It's another challenge for you to get through. And obviously, like, one of the biggest things in helping you get through these hate comments is just not reading them, right? If you're someone who takes words and you have an emotional connection with words, seeing someone say, "I hate you," like, is obviously going to make you really upset. And so if you're like a person like this, where you see a word and you can become very emotional because of a word, then you should just try and not read comments in general, right? But if you're someone who isn't emotional like that, but the hate comments still kind of get to you, one of the biggest things that got me through hate comments was I will try and just basically think of how it's really funny how this person he takes his time of day, right? Like, for no reason, to write this really fucked up comment about you. And, you impacted this person so much, right, that he had to take the time of his day to write a long ass paragraph about how much he hates you. He had to spend 15 to 30 minutes of his entire day thinking about you and writing that comment. Like, thinking about that for me made me get through a lot of the hate comments, because it was kind of funny in the fact, like, in a way, but whenever I saw a hate comment, it just made me think, I think I'm doing something right that I'm getting hate comments, because you can't do anything right without getting any hate. And so the more hate you're getting, the more you can actually think that you're actually doing better, right? Because if all you're getting are, like, people supporting you and stuff, it's really great, because it's clear that you have a small account, a small channel, whatever it is. And so you have a lot of supportive people. But as you grow, as you get bigger, the more of the people that come in and want to see people, people prey on people's downfall, those kinds of people come in as you get bigger. And so when you start seeing comments like that, it just means that you're getting better and you're getting bigger, and things are only gonna, go viral for you. And so that for me was what made me get through all of those harsh comments that I always see. And yeah, like, till this day, every time I see a hate comment, I always laugh at it, because I think it's funny, because I impacted this person's mind so much that they can't stop thinking about me. Like, holy crap, they're so passionate about hating me that they'll spend the entire day, trying to like talk shit about me. And I think it's crazy and I think it's really funny. And so for me, it's just become a type of game seeing, people who have these hate against me or whatever it is. And the fact that I'm always on their mind for no absolute reason, it just gets me going. It gets me excited. So that is, I think, the kind of mindset you need to have in terms of seeing hate comments and how you should handle those hate comments. Because it's not easy, especially in the beginning, right? Because as human beings, we're so, we're programmed to want to impress people and make other people happy. And so when you see hate comments like people saying, you suck, your product sucks, everything sucks about you, you should go kill yourself, all these things, when people say those things, they make you feel really bad, right? They make you feel like crap because the entire life that you've grown up, all you've been told is that you need to make a good impression about yourself to other people and you need to make other people feel good about yourself and look good and stuff like that. And so when you get these comments in the very beginning, it's very, very triggering. So sometimes it can be hard to handle. And I could say like some people probably see these hate comments on, when they make like their product videos, when they see these hate comments, they could be very deterring for you to keep want to go and do dropshipping. Because for a fact, I would say almost every product video that I've done, or not every product video, but every product that I have done, there is at least one person who will comment in that account, right, and say, don't buy it, it's just another dropshipper. It's just, don't get tricked, it's another dropshipper. And like these comments you get a lot as a dropshipper and it can be very deterring. I know for me, it made me think like, actually people can differentiate a dropshipping video compared to an organic video, right? But really it just meant that your videos aren't good enough yet and you need to work on it, because if people can differentiate you from being a dropshipper to a real brand, then you have so much more to work on, right? Because the whole goal is to create organic content as a dropshipper. And if you're not creating well enough organic content, then, people will recognize that and say, oh, it's just a dropshipper, don't buy it. But if you're so good at creating content, at creating these organic content, these people who usually comment these comments, they won't comment it. And they'll say something else like, holy crap, I really like it, I really want it. And that's how you kind of can learn. And for me now, I don't really get as many comments of, oh, it's just another dropshipper, like, don't buy it. I don't get those as much anymore. But in the beginning, I got that a lot. And it was solely because people could see and know that it's another dropshipping video. So it's just another sign for you, that you need to work a little harder. And it's just, because like for you guys, maybe that you guys won't be able to have your own mentors and people who won't be able to critique your videos. So you can take these comments, these hate comments, as critiques for you to get better at your videos, right? Because if people are saying it's a dropshipping video, then you just need to work on making it look more organic than it is. So yeah, that's how I handle hate nowadays. And if I was to handle it, as a beginner dropshipper, that's exactly how I would do it. And for me, it's worked ever since. I don't really ever think about hate comments. And when I do, it's solely because I think it's very funny because someone, wants to spend their entire day, just like so triggered about what I did to them or, did on video that it just makes them so annoyed. And so, yeah, I think it's really funny. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe you learned something, maybe it helped you kind of combat hate comments on all of your videos, because I know it can happen. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.